In the meantime, travel to Ireland with me.
So now we're on our way to the Titanic experience. No, we don't have tickets, but we're just gonna go. Okay, so when Queen's Quay opened in 1877, it provided much needed berthing space for the numerous sailing colliers, which thronged the port of Belfast, bringing coal for its home fires and its gasworks. The sailing ships have long gone, but Queen's Quay still plays a vital role as a portal into Titanic Quarter. This vast area was once the heart of the world's largest shipbuilding industry, and it was from a nearby slipway in the Harland and Wolff shipyard that the ill-fated Titanic was launched in 1911, later to set out on her maiden voyage in 1912. Titanic Quarter takes its name from this great ship, and today two magnificent cranes, Samson 1969 and Goliath 1974, stand as a proud testament to the city's shipbuilding heritage. Today, Titanic Quarter is the largest waterfront development in Europe and is the focus for an exciting new residential, commercial, and entertainment development. Comprising 185 acres and with a mile of water frontage, this maritime quarter is bringing new life and new communities to the east bank of the river with a mix of housing, business, entertainment, tourism, education, and leisure. Right. So basically, this right here, it says, now me and Jay don't know how this works, so we're going to figure this out. It says, jump into the sound yard and see if you can set off the hammering and clanging sounds of the shipyard. Movement sensors enable users to activate a motorized system of steel hammers that turn and strike the hollow tunes. Nostalgic sounds of striking metal once prevalent in the shipyards. This is shipyards, and you can kind of see the crane.
And I feel like they don't have 300 feet float them metal rides.
You're a hater. C.S. Lewis, and then I heard more tunable than song of any bird, 1,000 hammers ringing in the morn, 1,000 hammers ringing all of joy. C.S. Lewis of ships. C.S. Lewis's grandfather owned a small shipyard in Belfast called Lewis and McIlwain.
I'm saying you got a sneak zone. Find the
Secret path without setting off any noise. So now let's go get in the middle and see what happens. Jay says there's not 100.
Said 300.
300. It's more than 300. It's 300 on the outside. Oh. Look at that. Oh, that's a beautiful picture.
Baby.
But it's like, why does it see you?
There you go. Set it off.
Oh, I see what's happening. All you gotta do is walk where you don't see those things. So like right here, right here, right here. So we have to wait for it to stop. Like come over here. Yep.
Secret path. There they stop. Go.
They stop, right?
Hold on.
Okay. Oh, guys, did you know this? The Belfast boys, right? Because it says this. It says, let's come over here. These three pronounce boy. So here in Belfast, they pronounce them boy, but America pronounce it buoy, right?
Oh, the buoys?
Yeah,
The
but
buoys?
yeah, buoys, right? So these three. Hold on, a little too close. Let's back up. Boom, boom, and boom, right? So, but for this example, we're going to pronounce them boys the way they would pronounce them here in Ireland. The origin of the noun boy, according to the Oxford Dictionary, from a Germanic base meaning signal, is now also used as a verb to be buoyed up, meaning, or buoyed up, or booed up, meaning keep something afloat or a cheerful and confident person. The word boy is a homophone, which is a word that means the same pronunciation as another word with a different meaning. In this case, boy. The seaside postcards of the 1930s show examples of how this was used to create cheeky puns. My boy and I. And you have on a boy. I knew you'd get a hold of a boy. There you go. So yeah. So just wanted to share that. Oh, that's the Titanic Museum. This is probably showing like how they built ships. Y'all think that's what that is? Well, I'm sure that there's probably a placard to be read. This right here. So that's the nomadic, right? But this one right here, like, what's this about? Is this a ship on fire? Showing how they
It's crazy how they
start building ships. Yeah.
It is my belief, and the belief of many people in the city of Belfast, that there was one person responsible for Titanic sinking. Captain Edward Smith. Captain Edward Smith had one particular fascination, and that was the fastest record crossing of the North Atlantic Ocean in record time. And when that ship left Southampton bound for New York, it was full speed ahead. And it remained full speed ahead the whole way. It didn't slow down. As it sailed through the dangerous waters of the North Atlantic Ocean, other ships in its vicinity were shocked at the speed. They messaged Titanic and they told them to slow down. These waters are dangerous. There are icebergs about. They took no heed of the warnings and they proceeded full speed ahead. When that iceberg was spotted, it was too late to do anything. They were headed straight for it. They collided with the iceberg. The ship went down and over 1,500 lost their lives. People in Belfast were absolutely devastated. The men in the shipyard, they could not believe it, for they had been told very clearly and very categorically, the ship is unsinkable. And out it goes on its maiden journey, and it perishes in the North Atlantic Ocean.
All right, y'all, there's the Titanic experience. Wow. This is huge. What I'm thinking is we'll probably spend the rest of our day here if it's possible, because I didn't buy tickets. We're across the street here. Look at that.
Good team. Look like the front of the show, right?
Or does it look like an iceberg? Remember the other one, they said it was an iceberg. Going into the museum. Whoa. Oh, look. Look, babe. It was a little cheaper online, right? So here you go. So you can buy tickets in here. Okay. Going to the Titanic experience. This is gorge. My thing is, who figured out the process that these flax seeds, you know what I mean? You harvest the flax seeds, and then you turn them into fiber, and then you turn them into yarn, And then you have brown and white linen. Like, who knew? Like, who figured out the process of how to do this from some seeds? That is so wild to me.
Enormous gantries, a dry dock built for a ship that hadn't even been built yet.
And again, looking at this, nothing's changed. Skilled workers get paid higher. But yet, for some reason, people seem to think that they should be able to get by not obtaining any skills whatsoever. So this says white-collar workers, amongst them drawing office staff, foremen, and managers earn the most. Next were skilled workers, such as joiners, fitters, and riveters. Semi-skilled jobs include riggers, stagers, and crane drivers, while unskilled jobs include laborers and watchmen. Belfast's shortage for skilled labor meant wage rates for this group were relatively high compared with other shipbuilding areas, but wages for the unskilled were considerably lower than in other cities. Get a skill, get a trade. Exactly. Because it's still the same. People think that you shouldn't have, you don't have an education, you don't have nothing, but you should be making the most. But nobody wants to take the time to go get what they need to make more money. You know, like we complain about not being paid enough. But what have you done to get paid more? I'm just saying, 1800s, 1900s, ain't nothing changed. It's been the way of the world. The clues are there. It's not going to change. Now, of course, there's a way to tap into the energetic side of things, but a lot of times we live in a physical world and we navigate our lives in a very physical way. So that's just what that is. Until you learn to tap into your spiritual, metaphysical side, you got to just play by these physical laws. It is what it is. So now this is like being in the shipyard. Jay wanted to be in this elevator with all them kids. Yeah. Dad, them kids just right there. Wow. Look how high up we are. Y'all, there's rides up in here. Look at this.
Thank you for joining us. The tour will end in a few seconds. Please exit the car carefully and make sure you don't.
So this is where the Olympic was built. Between these rusted poles. And this is the Olympic, Holland and Wolf. 400, slip number 2. And then this one is where the Titanic was built. There and there is where the Titanic was built. And you can see some of the markings on the ground, like where the ship's different sections and parts and pieces would have been. And look at the people walking down there, so you can kind of see how tall it was in comparison with a person walking. Or, yeah, look at that. So this one
All over Britain and Ireland. Almost 400 of Titanic's crew live in Southampton's northern district. The national cruise has a Queen of the Ocean.
Look at this cruise ship room.
Before 1912, Titanic was ready for her maiden voyage. For Belfast, the triumphant culmination of many years' planning and labour. Before she could be handed over,
Jay spoiled. He gonna ask why our cruise ships don't look like this.
Series of maneuvers in open water under the water.
These are all of the reasons why they say the tragedy happened, like domino effects.
Look at the Titanic. It is a monstrous great boat as high as the Clarence Hotel, and I cannot tell you how long. We go to embark tomorrow morning.
That feels crazy. The only black man on the Titanic.
I have gotten used to comfortable now, and the ship is the most luxurious I have been.
I can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for